This video is part 3 on how to crush online poker tournaments. If you haven't already, go and check out the other 2 videos. I put them down in the description below. I'm going to be showing you the final 2 tables of this online poker tournament that I bought in for $7 and I made $700. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the vlog. My name is Uncle Jay. Thanks for checking in. We just got our stimulus check today. What are you doing with your stimulus check if you qualify to get one? If you're one of those boss people who just says, I don't need it, then hey, kudos. The one thing I'm not sure about is pumping this money directly back into the economy. Should we really be just spending our money on big new fancy toys just because we got an extra $1,000? I don't know, maybe. I kind of think that these big Fortune 500 companies and bigger companies are just going to be fine in general. The American economy usually produces as is, and I don't think that we should just spend it just because we got it. So what should we do with it? Probably just stack it, right? As poker players, I'm just going to put it right into the bankroll. I thought about buying into a bigger tournament, something that I normally wouldn't play in, but maybe. I don't think there's anything too wrong with that, but I'm not going to spend the whole. Still pretty cool that it came through because everyone can use an extra $1,000 at some point. And if you're financially fine, you can put it into your emergency fund. But if you say my emergency fund's fine, you can donate it to the charity of your choice. I wouldn't donate the whole $1,200. It's very generous. But maybe $100 or $200 would be plenty for sure. PETA, Alzheimer's, cancer, your choice. I mean, there's just no reason to go out and buy all these new fancy toys. Just use it for whatever you need and just save the rest. I mean, there's a freaking pandemic going on right now. Why would we just be spending the money splurgingly? This world's crazy. You don't know what's going to happen. So just put it in your emergency fund. If you already have an emergency fund, put it into a future college fund. If you don't have any kids, then put it into a future, I don't know, your mortgage or something, you know, but I just save it. I don't think that we should just go out and just splurge and just buy all these new toys just because. All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and get into some poker hands. We pick up 8, 7 of hearts in the big blind. The button makes the raise, we make the call, and we end up flopping the flush. I don't think there's any merit in leading out in this scenario. I think a check raise is a much better option, but it ends up going check, check. The turn is an offsuit ace, and I think that this card is much better for his range than it is ours. So we decide to make a bet of 89,000 into the 134,000 pot. The main thing about this is to notice that we can easily put our opponent all in by the river with our bet size here. By betting 89,000, it takes the pot up to 315,000, and our opponent will end up having about 295,000 behind, but he ends up making the fold. Very next hand, we pick up pocket 7s in the small blind. Low jack makes the raise. Cutoff puts in a 3-bet. And I think that we're most likely dead here. There's no reason to be trying to set mine. We could easily get 4-bet shoved on, and then we'll be in an awful spot with our 7s. So just make sure you're making the fold here. Our opponents did end up turning over pocket kings and pocket aces, so sucks for them, but we dodged a bullet there. Looking down at pocket 10s and the hijack, we make our raise to 56,000, and we get 3-bet to 141,000 by the opponent to our left, this person named Muck Trump. And we've been playing with him for at least an hour now, and he is literally hasn't put in any 3-bets whatsoever against me or against any of the opponents at the table. His bet is a 62% pot-sized raise, and he started with about 15 big blinds. I decided to make a super nitty fold here. I think that, I don't know, you can rip me if you want to, but I'm not sure. If our opponent has literally never done this, then what's his range? I think ace-king at worst. And up against everything else, we are getting crushed. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think about this hand. Next hand, we pick up jack 8 in the small blind. We decide to make a raise. I think we can either raise or limp here if we expect our opponent to be 3-betting a lot, but we decide to take the aggressive line. The flop comes queen 10-6 all spades, and I just think we need to check this. There's no reason to bet. But we end up turning the gut shot straight, which is pretty cool. So we put in a bet of 60,000, just a 2 big blind bet, and our opponent makes the call. The river is an absolute brick, and we make it 90,000 to 3 big blinds, and our opponent raises us to 260,000. I didn't think long before making the call and getting just straight owned in this hand. There's a higher straight available. All the flushes are available. I think this is a god-awful call. We need to be really careful at this stage of the tournament because this is just detrimental to everything that we're trying to accomplish. Here we are at the final table. We're one of the short stacks, so let's get aggressive, right? King, queen suited in the big blind. Under the gun makes the raise. We're definitely looking to shove all in over his bet, but he gets 3-bet by the person to his left. I think this is a fold, given that this is the final table. I doubt that anyone is really getting out of line, and they end up having pocket aces and pocket queens. We would have rivered a bigger full house and won the pot, but I think that ultimately this is a fold. Pocket nines here. This is an easy all-in shove. We have under 10 big blinds. Even though there's 2 players that have shorter stacks, it's not like we're in good shape at all. We definitely need to get lucky. And hey, we got there. We'll take it. Final 3 players of the tournament here. The chip leader has 27 big blinds. I have 15 big blinds. Our other opponent has 14 big blinds. We pick up pocket 5s, and the villain with 14 big blinds makes the call. The flop comes 9-8 deuce with 2 hearts. There's lots of draws here. I don't want to see another card on the turn, so we make a continuation bet of a little bit over 2 big blinds, and our opponent makes the call. The turn is an offsuit king, and we end up going check, but I think that this is a mistake, as this king is probably better for my range. I could probably turn this hand into a bluff and bet about 4.5 big blinds and make our opponent fold any 9 or any 8 for sure, maybe a 9, he could fold there, but we end up making the check. I think that's a mistake. As the river becomes an offsuit 2 and it pairs the board, our villain puts out a bet, and we make the fold. I'm not sure how I should have played this hand. Let me know what you all think. Very next hand, we pick up king queen offsuit in the big blind. We have about 10 big blinds, and our opponent makes the shove. This is a super easy call, and it was a great run. There's many more of these videos to come. We're going to be going over hand after hand after hand. This was a tournament that I was in for $14 and cashed out $726, so not bad, right? Thanks for checking in, everyone. I'll see you soon.